All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Luck now on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Luck. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. Oh, he shifts past him and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Luck. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Alex Okafor in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fournette, a first down carry. No, a nifty juke there. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. Oh, nice move at midfield. And now running right through it. A good pickup there at 22. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This gives to McCoy. And McCoy loses the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. all they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They fake the handoff. Now Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. To throw is Locke. Escaping the... Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam down.
Carr now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. The pitch to Fournette. Finding room at the 30. 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Now, nobody leaked. Big play. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr will come up here with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Carr. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. A good pickup there, a 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Carr to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here's Locke. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From his goal line here, Locke. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Locke. Flushed out right. Looking deep now for McCoy. He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
Carr to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On second down, here's Fournette. And now running right through it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Luck now on second down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, seems like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Carr. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A handoff to Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 29. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And got his man. It's Carr. Touchdown, Houston. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Love. Flush to his right. Airing it out for Olsen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On second down, it's McCoy. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How'd they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
This will be taken at the 10. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Again, it's Fournette. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss it to Fournette. And some room to work. There's some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now Leonard Fournette, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Texans on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. To throw on third down, Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Play action. It's locked. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put another guy on him and then change the coverages behind.
And a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing again is Locke. Dancing to his left. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Luck on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get to say
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And Charles, I think when the schedule